Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's Combo Breaker 99. I am back for another video. All right, y'all. So I got a chance to watch the PFL tournament last night. I was specifically focusing on the lightweights, and everybody from Caitlin Young to Laura Pacheco, Cindy Danois, Jenna, what's her name, Janiyah Fabian. She was also in there, and of course Kayla Harrison. Was the main event for the women. And of course, once again, Kayla Harrison, she goes in there, gets it done against Mariana Marias. Shout out to Mariana Marias, but I just feel like this was another fighter that Kayla Harrison, she was being fed. Marias, she's more of a career bantamweight. She's has an extensive background, of course. She has like over 35, 36 fights, but she's lost those fights against the upper echelon of women in mixed martial arts. But once again, Kayla Harrison, she goes in there, gets it done in the first round, and that's not really what I'm going to talk about, though. I want to just talk about the post-fight interview, which is only like a minute or 50 seconds. And the one thing about some people, you can just get a good read off a person, off the least amount of words said sometimes. I can do that sometimes, just kind of get a read off a person, their body language and certain words they say, little sneak disses they say. Just in the matter, you don't have to speak, you don't have to speak a great deal. Like, you can take a lot away from a person with the least amount said, and I took a lot away from Kayla Harrison, just off of this post-fight interview, just off of her demeanor. And the first question that just popped in my head was like, what the hell is Kayla Harrison so mad about? Like, what are you really so mad about right now? Like, she just seemed pissed off, or she just seemed really salty right now after coming off another win that you were being fed. And yeah, you won another fight, first round, and you're still undefeated. Like, what are you so mad about right now? It just seems weird. Like, sometimes people, they get so much more pissed off, or they just get more full of themselves when they win, and that's kind of what I was taking away from Kayla Harrison, especially like when she went into this little rant. Like, she basically said these idiot YouTubers and all these boxers, they want to come into the world of MMA, and they want to try to do what I do, but I'm the queen of this thing. I'm the greatest in this room and greatest in any other room. And my thing was, okay, Jake Paul and Logan Paul, she's referring to idiot YouTubers. Yeah, they're idiots, but, they're in the world of boxing. But she also mentioned boxers, and I think we already know who she's talking about. She's saying boxers, they're trying to come into the world of MMA and do this. And, that just didn't seem to sit right with her. So we already know who she's talking about. Talking about Claressa Shields. Why not just say her name? She was there. And my thoughts on that was, okay, like, don't put a YouTuber and a boxer in the same sentence when you're talking about transitioning to the world of MMA. Because first of all, Claressa Shields is a martial artist. She's not a mixed martial artist, but she's working on that right now. But she comes from a world of discipline, and she comes from a world of hard work, which she probably had to work hell of a lot harder than you. Hell yeah, she has to work harder than you. Claressa Shields has to work harder than Kayla Harrison. And that's where I just kind of got the vibe that Kayla Harrison was just kind of speaking like a privileged person that was kind of mad that somebody else was getting the privilege right now. And I feel like Claressa Shields, she was getting some good royalty treatment that night. She got a chance to walk into the octagon. They were talking to her between fights, and I think that was kind of pissing Kayla Harrison off that night. You know what I mean? Of course, not enough for her to call her name out, but she was kind of pissed off that night that somebody else was getting some shine. And that's when I could just see that privilege and that saltiness coming out of Kayla Harrison. Like, I didn't like how she attacked the world of boxing right there. Because, coming from the boxing background, that world, like, I don't appreciate her feeling like a boxer coming to MMA is the same as a YouTuber that was trying to come to MMA. Hell no. A boxer knows discipline. They may only know one discipline, but they know about the martial arts, because boxing is a martial arts. Hell, you came from judo. Kayla Harrison came from the world of judo. She had to make that transition. She had to face humiliation, and she had to go in there and be humbled. And she's still learning. She's still learning. Like, she's still learning a lot. Like, she has a lot to learn in the world of mixed martial arts. You've only been in it for 9 fights. And in those 9 fights, you haven't faced the best competition to say, I can decide on who comes into the world of MMA. I can talk about boxers who come into the world of MMA. You're still at ground level. You're not GOAT status. Like, if you're out to go outside of the PFL, you're not GOAT status. You're not Amanda Nunes status. You're not Chris Cyborg status. You're not Valentina Shevchenko status. Hell, you're not even Wmma status. Like, these ladies, they can actually tell us something about the world of mixed martial arts as a whole. Valentina came from the world of boxing, kickboxing, Muay Thai. I'm talking boxing, and now she's in the world of MMA. You know, Chris Cyborg respects the world of boxing. You know, all these fighters, they know that boxing is a part of MMA, and they know what Claressa Shields is doing, and they know the long road she has, and they respect it because she is a fighter that's coming from the world of a one strict discipline, but she's going into the world of mixed martial arts. Like, that has nothing to do with YouTube. So I don't know why Kayla Harrison is trying to say YouTube and boxers. Like, don't even put that in the same sentence. It's almost like this is really going to her head right now. And then her just saying that I'm the greatest in this room and outside of any other room. Tell that to Amanda Nunes. Tell that to Chris Cyborg. If you were, why are you not fighting them right now? You know, why have you not left the PFL, and why have you not signed to, you know, Bellator? Or why have you not fight? Why did you not fight the best in Invicta FC, the best they had to offer? Like, why did you not fight Bam Bam Sorensen? Why did you not fight Chelsea Chandler and so on? Why did you not try to take these fights? Why are you not calling out Chris Cyborg and Amanda Nunes and calling Dana White right now to set up some type of lightweight fight with one of these fighters? You know, or why are you not squeezing down to 145 to fight these fighters? You wouldn't be in this league if you felt like you were the greatest outside of this room, you know? So out of all that, I just felt like that little shot at Claressa Shields was a little too much. And I just, like I said, as a boxing, you know, person that comes from that background, I don't like her comparing boxers and YouTubers as one. You know, if a boxer comes into the world of MMA, that's different than a YouTuber coming into the world of MMA. Claressa Shields, again, is on a hard road, and she's learning now. She's going to get that rude awakening. You know, she's respecting that world now because she's coming over here, getting her feet wet. She's learning. She's got a good, you know, gym behind her. It's going to be a hard road for Claressa, but it's probably going to be even a harder road for Claressa than it is Kayla. We know that. You know, her road is harder than Kayla Harrison's. You know, so I don't know why Kayla Harrison's trying to get mad at Claressa Shields for getting some shine here. You know, she just seemed really salty. Like, but my main thing is, we know who you're talking about. Why not just go ahead and call her name out? So yeah, man, with that, I just kind of want to go back in and talk about that real quick post-fight interview, you know, because I learned a lot more about Kayla Harrison in that 50 seconds than I did from her actual fight that night.